Facebook and Twitter. Good morning. We are just 3 minutes into today's trades. Market's up 23 points. S&P 152 on the Dow Jones. We have one trade so far today. That is bought yesterday. 507 calls. Cost basis is about 91 cents.
They just don't account for much of anything in terms of steel being consumed in this.
Just chance it up.
Yeah, to your point, it's more for show. I would note as well that as part of today's announcements, there was another mention made of U.S. Steel, right? Which, of course, as you all know, I followed closely in terms of Nippon Steel's $51 share deal to acquire the company. But here's the press release. Here's what what they're saying. Iconic American steel company, vital for it to remain an American company that is domestically owned and operated. Continue to seem to say, Nippon, you're not going to be able to own this. There was now CFIUS is the only way potentially through which they can really.
All right. See, it isn't working at all.
Occurrence because there wouldn't appear to be any others aside from the to are significant by Nippon, which has agreed to invest in the assets here in the U.S., but has run afoul of these. Well, not just under law to be thinking U.S. Steel is like, right? But it has certainly been one that's been a focus because, as you see, if in fact this were to change direction and or you were to the U.S.
So, see, we're coming back down a bit, so let's buy some puts. We're going to buy. Let's see.
Make up very quickly here. Here to 55.
Shares back. Change. Let's see.
Election and see if things change. Although Trump has said somewhere not even.
Sorry, I'm the second camera fixed up, so you're not looking at the side of my face.
Chinese company.
See it. 505.35. I'm gonna buy some 504 puts. Nice. I'm 504 puts.
Yeah.
For $1.
So you're the president. You said that like yes, I've gotten support of that still
Buy 3 contracts just to start out.
Times in terms of galvanizing the opposition to the transaction.
That comes down a bit, so I'm gonna get maybe from lower price, 96 cents.
Anyway, just wanted to mention that was part of
we're in.
You can call the Chinese.
So we got this. Type this in for everybody who's not on the microphone.
Fantastic operator, the best in the world, financial loss, and U.S. deals for
What's
how much became of it.
507 call.
Anything that would say.
So I am in the options trading live stream channel. This is supposedly what's going to be a live stream. Not exactly how it works completely yet, but we'll figure it out as we go.
Yes. A lot going on when I'm watching here. What else? Just got started. They care about Paramount. No, we'll get to that in a little bit. How about BMH? Can we talk a bit about Paramount? One of the big luxury providers of all sorts of goods. I'm trying to actually see what the stock is. It looked up. It was up. It was a 3% organic revenue growth quarter for the company. 20.7 billion euros. It's up almost 5%. You see it right there. Where there was a big quarter. Nothing else weighing in. Let's see. B of A, worst is now behind us.
That's just a bit here.
Sector going for a temporary return to normalization, they say, following above trend post-COVID demand. And this was confirmed by the first.
Portion was this live stream.
But not worse than was expected. In fact, sort of in line in terms of that organic revenue number. And you see it right there. They ended that chart about 10%. So Again, better perhaps at least than the market had been setting up for in some way, Jim. All right, good enough is the Morgan Stanley note on it as well. So generally, not raising more concerns about previous weakness in the luxury market.
I'm wondering if there's a read through to some of the companies that have been flushed by shortfall in China. Right.
Right.
Now, this is
Yeah, I'm gonna trade until it's no longer fun. Uh, Trading is fun for me. I enjoy it. Gives my mind
that are great markets instead of the
gives my mind a break
and I think it's something to watch.
from everything else.
So
And I'm not too bad at it. I'm okay.
if you want business,
So
Indonesia's a big they're giant. And I was crushing it.
let's see.
In Jakarta today. I was in Hanoi last couple of days talking about commitments to suppliers there.
I'm supposed to be seeing this like massive
in a little bit
like
where
chat
sources
screen
tell, I
here.
think, Reuters today that could be another $3 billion investment.
Let's see.
It's ex-China.
Of course.
The president desired to see manufacturing in the country.
Well, welcome to Community Traders. We are looking to expand our reach out there. We've had some great trades over the past 10 days. We had a 4,500% starting out. A couple days later, 750% on SPY. And then a few days later after that, nearly 1,400%. Where if you started with $100 and reinvested every penny you earned, you'd have $438,000.
Is so much faster.
And that
And
is a fact.
Start thinking that there's a mosaic of business where we're going to say, you know what? All these analysts who just totally focused on China will not see what's happening in these other countries where there's a commitment. It's almost there's a Belt and Road issue by China and wherever they go. There's a lot of this China. It's doing an Apple Belt and Road. And I think it makes all the sense in the world because these other countries count. We're so China centric, we don't realize that there are a lot of people in Indonesia. David, there's a lot of people in Brazil. That's why the Eagles first game is being played. So really, yeah, Friday night game. I think we have in Brazil.
A huge movement from where the market opened. That's why we're trying to shift our purchase of our SPY straddle to the night before. We want to capture the pre-market madness that's been going on, whether it's been jumping up 40 points or going down 40 points. And that way we're getting 100-point swings during the day, and that's where we can see the 1,000% trades every day. But we have to get into those the night before. It's the only way we get that massive 100-point turnovers. Now, a couple weeks ago, we had one during the day where we were up 40 points during the day, and we ended up down 60 points. But usually it takes some pre-market madness to help add to that.
Elon Musk agreed to by the same shareholders, or at least the shareholder base at the time, back when it was voted on 2018, where the Delaware said, "No, we're not." Wasn't arrived at properly in terms of some of the influence of board members and the like. So they're putting it back to them, and high likelihood would be they'll approve it. It was all stock-based comp, of course, based on what at the time seemed like incredibly difficult to reach targets that were reached for the said stock price. Ripley, though, if you have any targets that involve their stock going up, Jim, they aren't being hit. This thing's down 37.5% down here, as we pointed out yesterday. It's falling below that $500 billion market value for the first time in quite some time, and right near 52 as well.
No, it is a stunning decline almost. You could pick would become one say it's the greatest. There are price targets of like $25. I said that was it's a little facetious, but David, Cybertruck. I know I caught enough. I caught you saying
So everybody who's caught up on all the posts,
Yeah, I mean,
Get it all out there in the open so people aren't, you know,
it's not, it's not commercial. It's not a commercial stage.
making these wild accusations. It costs absolutely nothing to start a print on demand t-shirt, copy mug, mouse pad, jewelry. There's like 750 different products you can choose from. It's print on demand. It doesn't cost a single penny to start. That's why I have created it with my boys who won't have access to the money if something happens to me. Well, they will a bit, but not their major funds. Um, until they graduate from college. So they need something, and this is zero cost. So there's no way I could have used spy pool money to create a t-shirt company because it doesn't cost anything to create a print on demand. Not a thing. I'm gonna have a YouTube tutorial here, just like hundreds of other people, on how to create a print on demand business. Because it's not difficult, it's easy to do. Takes about a half an hour a day of a person's time. It's all passive income. I mean, people shop 24 hours a day around the world. All you have to do is design some items, list some items, see what's selling, create something similar to it, like you're not infringing on any trademarks, and boom, it's out there. When someone buys it, the order goes to the fulfillment department prints whatever design onto your t-shirt, your coffee mug, mouse pad, or your jewelry or whatever that you decided to sell, and they ship it to your customer, and you collect the difference between the fees, the fulfillment, and what you actually sold the item for. That's it.
I hope you know that. Are you doing a
Doesn't cost a single penny to start it. Not a penny. And we're just sitting here at I don't think it moves more than 30 cents on the S&P, so I think it's time for breakfast. I turn down I'll turn down my news. Thank you, Fan King.
Which of course also includes CBS at this point as well.
There you go, Fan King. No more news from us. All right, I'm going back to the live stream channel. So we got purchased their 504 puts for today's trade, and our 507 calls on this buy. Those of you new to trading, just you know, you don't have to dive straight into the deep waters. We can just take our time because there's always going to be a new trade. We have an upward trend, but it's not going anywhere yet. We opened up at 505, with some change, and here we are at 506. So some mornings, some mornings we've already made 100% profit by this time. Today is not one of those days. Too many posts from the same person. We gotta figure that out. Alright, been some downward movement. Let's see where our puts are taking us. Puts are selling to 90 cents. No, absolutely nowhere. As soon as there's some more movement, we're gonna add to our contracts. But there's no need to add to anything right now since there's absolutely no direction yet. We've come down a couple points. But yeah, all the movement was pre-market. Fix this and we will come back on where you're not getting 3 texts from the same person.